What up guys, Alex here, GuitarForce.com. So today we're going to take a look at Baby Blue by Badfinger. Big thanks goes out to Richard for requesting and supporting this lesson. This song is pretty straightforward, nothing too complicated. I think it's great for beginners and obviously any Badfinger fans. The tabs and the backing track are going to be available at GuitarForce.com. The link is going to be in the description box down below. For the sound I was using, again, the VST plugin Guitar Rig, and the tuning for this song is standard. I'm also going to post a link to the sort of cover playthrough of this song, which is going to be available on my other channel. The link is also going to be in the description box down below. Right now I'm going to show you the picture of the preset that I was using for this lesson, and while you are checking it out, I'm going to play you my low E so you can tune up and play along with this lesson. Alright guys, let's go for the close-up and start the lesson. Alright, so we're going to break up this song into parts, and there are two guitars going on. So one is playing acoustic guitar, the other one is overdriven. And I'm not going to spend a lot of time on the acoustic guitar because it's just simply plays the chords as a rhythm guitar with almost the same picking pattern. So and another thing is that the acoustic guitar is using the capo on the 4th fret, but I've seen live version of this song that the other guitar player, which is not playing the lead guitar but sort of like an acoustic, but he's playing it on electric guitar, and he's playing just straight chords there, so primarily using the bar chords and things like that. So, like I said, I'm not going to spend a lot of time on that. I'm just going to show you the verse part of the song played on the acoustic guitar, and just to show you the picking pattern. So it's very simple. So it follows this progression. So we're going to skip the intro part because the intro part is actually played on the overdriven guitar. The acoustic guitar is playing just the starting chords, which is the first, the B, so it just strums the chord and lets it ring out, and then for the 3rd bar doing the same thing. But when they get into the verses, it plays, like I said, just the chords, and I'm gonna be using the chords without the capo, so just playing them like that. So it starts off, the chord progression for the verse goes like this. We have an F sharp, and I'm using here the different fingerings, different shape of the chord. So an F sharp would be here, you can play it here or here, but if we have a capo on the 4th fret, then we'll have to use other chords. So in this instance I'm using the C shape of the F sharp major chord, and it goes like this. So the picking pattern goes like this. Okay, so it's down, up, down, down. Like that. So I'm just going to play through the verse chord progression, so it goes like this. So that's the chord progression for the verse. We have an F sharp going for 2 bars, then we go to the E. Same shape, I'm just using it down, moving it down 2 frets, so here's the E. Again for 2 bars, then we go for the A for 1 bar, going back to the E for 1 bar again, and then we have the B, playing it for 2 bars. So I'm going to stop right here regarding the acoustic guitar, because throughout the entire song basically it follows the same picking pattern and just playing the chords as I've mentioned before. We're going to jump right into the second guitar, which is an overdriven guitar, and it's playing little fills and things like that. So I'm going to explain them step by step. So we're going to start with the intro. So the intro goes like this. Okay, so that's the intro of the second guitar. So what we do here, we have the B chord major, and we have this picking pattern, so it goes. And then after that, now what we do here is basically we alternating between the B suspended 4, which is just playing basically between these two notes, but we're playing the whole chord like that. Now you can do this couple of ways. The live version that I saw, the guitar player is using the bar chord like that, and what he does, he's basically doesn't change the chord, but he plays it with the pinky like that, so kind of pressing with the pinky on the G string and then moving back up like that, which is a little bit not so comfortable to play like that. And you can get other strings in there as well, but another way how you can do it is play here, and this is much easier to do, more comfortable. So what you do is you have the B major chord, and here's the sus4. So you simply add with the pinky on the 5th fret here, alternating that between 5 and 4. And actually he does that as well in other parts of the song. So this is just for the beginning, playing like that. Then we have this kind of transitioning part. We're going to be using that a lot. So it goes just following the major scale, part of the major scale. Okay, that part. And basically that's the intro. I'm going to play it one more time. It goes like this. Okay, then we go into the verse, and we have this chord progression we played for 2 times. So I'm going to play it through, then we're going to break it down. So it goes like this. Okay, so just like we did with the acoustic guitar, or the first guitar, the rhythm guitar, so basically we follow the same chord progression, obviously, but playing the chords in slightly different positions. So we can use the F sharp right here, using the A shape, just letting it ring out for 2 bars. Then we go to the E chord. You can use this shape or you can use this shape, which are slightly different in voicings. Then we have, so we play this for 1 bar, or this, and then we have this kind of picking pattern. So what we have here, just holding the chord like that, and we play. Okay, one more time. Then we go for the A chord, back to E again, to B. We stay on the B for 1 bar, and then again we play this transitioning part. And then we repeat the verse again, so exactly the same things that we played before, we do the same here. Now, when we go for the third round, it's actually, we're just playing 2 bars of an F sharp here, and the first bar we just play the chord, let it ring out, and then for the second bar we do, so the same pattern as we did for the B, using that part of the major scale, we do the same on the F sharp. So exactly the same things, but the root of course is going to be the F sharp, but the pattern is the same. So we have, then we go into the chorus, which has 4 bars, and it goes like this. Okay, so here we have 2 bars of C sharp minor chord, and then for the second bar you can play it as a C sharp minor 7. So you simply just lift up the pinky here from the fretboard and kind of concentrating mostly on these 3 strings. And then we go into the E major chord. So C sharp minor is the relative of E major. So we simply just change the root note here. The fingerings is the same. We simply just put the E here, and we play this little picking pattern as well, which goes like this slowly. So we pick the E major chord in this fashion, and then we move the pinky onto the 7th fret of the high E string, and we just add the highest strings playing as a part of the chord like that, and let it ring out. So again, one more time slowly. Okay, so that's the chorus. One more time, the whole thing goes like this. Then we go into the intro of the song, which is just playing on the B chord. So we do the same thing there, and you can play it here, like I said. And then we add the transitioning part, which you can play here if you're staying in this position, or you can move up to here, or you can play the intro part in this position right here. And then you add. And then after that we go into the verse again, second verse, which is exactly the same. It has the same chord progression, the same things that we played in the first verse. We do exactly the same way. So we do 2 rounds of that, then again with the third one, which is the F sharp, and then we add. Then we go again into the chorus, the same thing. And after that, again, one more time, the intro. After that, we go into the bridge, and the bridge has different chord progression, and also the way we play the chords goes like this. So I'm going to play it through, then we're going to break it down. So that's 1 round of the bridge section. So starts off with an E flat minor chord, and we have this picking pattern, like I said, which is different from the other parts, is that we play quarter notes. Each chord we play 4 times, so for 1 bar we play 4 hits of that chord, but we play them in a staccato way. So meaning we hit the chord and then we quickly mute it. So we have like that. So I'm muting it with my right hand and also with the left hand. So I'm pressing on when I have to and then lifting off my fingers slightly, but keeping them on the strings. And that is the approach that we use for this section, for the first 5 bars. So we have E flat minor, then we go to G sharp minor, but we don't actually play the low E string, so it's kind of like playing on the high register of the chord. Then we have an D flat augmented, so it's just like G minor chord, but we then move that note to this one, and the same fingerings stays as we did for the G minor. So it sounds like this. So we have, so you can call it like a G major 7 chord, or as the D flat augmented. It's more likely that it's a E flat augmented, because actually the acoustic guitar is playing it here, which are the same notes but they're rearranged differently. So this chord, they share the same notes. So the electric guitar is playing here, the acoustic is playing here. Okay, so after the D flat augmented, we go to C sharp minor, then C sharp minor 7. Each of these chords is being played for 1 bar. Then we go for the A, and here just let it ring out the chord, and then with an upstroke you play the chord and you mute it like that. Same we do for the E. Again, the E you can play here or you can play it here like that. And then we have the B chord. So we play the B chord, let it ring out for 1 bar, and then we play the transitioning part. Again, the same thing as we did for the verses. Then we repeat the bridge again, so exactly the same chords and the same way we play them. And then after the E chord, we go into the solo. So for the solo, the rhythm guitar is playing 4 chords, each for 1 bar. And again, it's playing in a little bit specific way. So I'm going to play it through, then we're going to break it down. So it goes like this. Alright, so the chords that we have are D major, going to A, to E, to B. Now, the way we play them goes like this. We hit the chord, the D chord, the very first time we hit it on the first and the second beat, and then third beat we skip and we play on the 4th beat. So we have. Now, from that moment on, when we play the other chords, when we go to A, we actually play on the 2nd and the 4th beats of the bar. So we skip the first one and the 3rd one, so we have like that, so that is 1 bar. Then we do the same for the E, so 1st and 3rd beats are silent, 2nd and 4th we play the chord. And then for the B. Then we repeat again. And then for the B, we hit it at the first beat of the bar, and we let it ring out. And that's the chord progression for the solo for the rhythm guitar. Alright, so now we're going to break down the little solo, the lead guitar. We're going to do it in phrases. So the first phrase goes like this. So here we have actually the first beat of the bar when we play the D is silent, so we don't play on the first beat, we actually play on the second beat of the bar. And we have here two bends on the 9th fret on the G string. So the first time when we play the bend, it's kind of we bend up, we mute it, and then we go for the second bend. We bend it up, bring it down, pull off to 7, go into 6, so we have, and then we go to the 10th fret on the B string, so that's the first phrase. Then the second phrase is going to be like this. So we go down to the 7th fret on the B string and we play 7, 5, 7, and then we go into the bends, 2 bends, and then third bend we bend it up, bring it down, pull off to 5, and then we go to the G string, 6th fret, bend it up and add some vibrato. So we have, next phrase goes like this. I'm gonna stop right here. So we have 9th fret on the B string and we bend up a half step. So we have to get to that 10th fret here. We do 2 bends like that. Then the third bend, again bend it up, bring it down, pull off to 7. Then we go to the 9th fret on the G string. Then it's 10 on B, 9 on high E. So then we go up to the 12th fret here on the high E string. Have 2 bends on the 14th fret on the same string. And then again, third time we bend it up, bring it down, pull off to 12, and last bend is going to be on the 17th fret of the high E string. And adding some vibrato. So that is the whole solo. Again, I'm going to play it through, all of the parts together. Going to be like this. Okay, so after the solo we go back to playing the verse again, so it's exactly the same thing as we did previously. We have third verse, we have 2 rounds of the chord progression, then again we go into the F sharp, into the chorus, exactly the same way we do that, and then we have the ending, and the rhythm guitar, the overdriven guitar is playing one thing, and we have also an addition of the lead guitar. We're going to break that down later on. So I'm going to play through the ending of the overdrive guitar, and then we're going to break it down. So it goes like this. Okay, so we have 2 bars of the B chord. I'm playing it here because it's a little bit easier. So we have this picking pattern. That's 1 bar. Then we do the same. Then we move up to the C sharp minor. We do kind of same pattern. And then we have, so again, playing first part of the bar as C sharp kind of power chord. Then we move down to the B, we do the same. And then we have, so this is kind of playing like an arpeggio, sort of the A. So we have, if we just break down the chords, so we have 2 bars of the B. Then we go to the C sharp minor, 1 bar. Then first part of the bar starts off with the with the C sharp. Then moving down to the B. And then we have 1 bar of A, 1 bar of E, and then we end with the B. So when we go to the A, we play this arpeggio, 5 on low E, 4 to 7 on A, 4 on the D string, let it ring out, then go back to the A string 5th fret, low E, this is 7th fret and low E on the 5th fret, so we have, and then we go into the E and we play this arpeggiated chord. So, and then we end with the B, power chord. So one more time, the whole thing is gonna go like this. So that was the ending for the rhythm guitar. We also have an ending for a lead guitar, which is playing a phrase which goes like this. Okay, so here, when we go into the A chord and then to E, we play this phrase. So the phrase starts off when we go to the A chord and we play this. That's the first part, so we slide into the 5th fret on the low E string. Then we have sliding into the 9th fret, going to the 7 on the A string. Then we slide into the 11th fret, back to 9 on the D string. Then we have sliding into 11 to 9 on the G string. Sliding to the 12th on the B, and ends with the bend on the 14th fret of the B string. So all together, slower is going to be like this. And that's how we end the song. Alright guys, so that was it for this lesson. I hope you liked it and found it useful. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Comment, share, subscribe if you're new to my channel. Don't forget to visit GuitarForce.com for more guitar lessons. In the meantime, I'll see you again. Take it easy, and as always, let the force be with you.